Started, Pog. Right, hello stream, I just need to send out the ads before I start. Right, send that one, that one, that one, and that one, and the self-promo things. Twitch, Pog. Right. I'm gonna give people a second to get here before I start. Hopefully this is all coming through on stream correctly, but yeah, wait for people to get here. And once they do, that should all be good. I'm gonna make sure that the chat's showing up as it should by just putting that in chat. So yep, good, chat shows up. Right, let's just give people a chance to get here before I start. Right, let's see who will be here first, who will be my most loyal viewer. By getting here first. Oh, hi Amy. You had to. You're what gameplay? What's Nutwa? Amy. What is the gameplay that you are doing? Ah, Night in the Woods. Cool. I have no clue what it is, but cool. Right, you're the first person here, it looks like, Amy, because nobody else has chatted in the chat. I'm gonna start anyway, though. Who do you think's gonna win, by the way, Amy? Judging by the characters from the Dream SMP that I've got. Because I've got Dream, Sapnap, and George not found in District 1. Technoblade, Filzer, and Rambo in District 2. Tommy in it, Tubbo, and Wilbursut in District 3. Ponk, Puns, and Purpled in District 4. That was just because all of their names contained the letter P. Hi, Rowan. Right. Bad Boy, Halo, Skeppy, and Fundy in District 5. Callahan or Sam Dude and Alyssa in District 6. J-Slat, Quackity, and Mexican Dream in District 7. Eric, Jack, and Nikki in District 8. Carl, H-Bomb, and Ant Frost in District 9. Captain Puffy, Vicstar, and Laserbeam in District 10. Connor, Ghostbur, and Sally in District 11. And Edward, Orphan, and Carl in District 12. I'm going to simulate this 3 times to see, based on the 3 live system on the Dream SMP, to see which person lives the longest. Right. So you want Mexican Dream to win, Amy. Who do you want to win, Rowan? Right, anyway, though, I'm gonna click proceed. If it'll proceed, there we go. As tributes stand on the podium, the horn sounds. Ranbu finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Captain Puffy runs away from the cornucopia. Laserbeam runs away from the cornucopia. George not found runs into the cornucopia and hides. Sally grabs a backpack and retreats. Don't exactly know how Sally can grab a backpack, seeing as Sally is a fish, but then again Sally is also a shapeshifter, so guess maybe Sally shapeshifted to grab the backpack. Mexican Dream finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Mexican Dream has a way to survive then. Tommy in it runs away, Nikki runs away, Ponk runs away, Jack Manifold runs away. Ant Frost and Edward get into a fight for a bag. Ant Frost gives up and retreats. Of course he does, because Edward has the advantage on account of the fact of Edward being an Enderman. Alyssa grabs a shovel, Vicstar runs away, Orphan runs away, Callahan runs away. Puns and Wilbursut fight for a bag. Puns gives up and retreats. Bad Boy Halo runs away. Quackity takes a handful of throwing knives. Quackity won when I simulated it last time, so let's see how Quackity does this time. Because when I did my test simulation before this, Quackity came out on top. And oddly enough, Technoblade's horse Carl killed the most people. Right, H-Bomb grabs a shield, leaning on the cornucopia. Okay, I guess Carl's not going to win this time. Of course I had to jinx it, because right as I say that Carl did very good last time in the test, Philza straight up kills Carl straight away at the start. Now that is a bruh moment. Right. Ooh, another... Dream is dead already! Dream and Skeppy are dead already. Bruh. How is Dream already dead? Like, surely he's supposed to be good at PvP, but I guess he's not good enough to beat J-Schlatt and Eret. Right. Tubbo finds a canteen full of water. Yep, Dream is weak. Maybe Mexican Dream can outlive... Well, that means Mexican Dream has already outlived Dream. And of course, Technoblade severely slices Awesome Dude with a sword. So Technoblade's alive. Connor gets first aid kit and runs away. Sapnap scares Purpled. Ghostbur runs away. Fundy runs away. And Carl runs away. Punk scares Sally off. Tommy stalks Laserbeam. That makes sense. Purple old fishes. George Not Fine thinks about home. Nikki and Sapnap work together to drain H-bomb. Bruh. Ranboo travels to higher ground. Vicstar, Carl, and Tubbo hunt for other tributes. Wilbursoot camouflages himself in the bushes. Orphan constructs a shack. Puns and Fundy split up to search for resources. J-Schlatt scares Filzer off. Ant Frost receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ghostbur collects fruit from a tree. Bad Boy Halo explores the arena. Jack discovers a cave. Connor practices his archery. Eret and Edward hunt for other tributes. Alyssa discovers a cave. Also, I bet you Eret is going to be the one who kills Edward, or at least betrays Edward, seeing as Eret is the traitor. No, Dan, I'm not doing things to clickbait. Okay? Also, Dan, Dream's already dead. So, Dream was the second person to die. I think. He was second or third, I can't remember. But yeah, Alyssa discovers a cave. Quackity explores the arena. Amy, Technoblade has stolen from Mexican Dream. Can you believe this? Technoblade is a big thief. Stealing from the Mexicans. Captain Puffy thinks about home, and Callahan makes a wooden spear. So, 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Carl, the person who killed... Yep, that is true, at least Mexican Dream isn't dead. So yes, Carl, the person who, when I tested the first time around, killed the most people, was the first one dead. He was killed by Filzer. Then Dream and Skeppy died in a 2v2. Then Awesome Dude was killed by Technoblade, and H-Bomb was drowned by Nihachu. Edward, Ant Frost, and Ghostbur sleep in shifts. Tubbo and Ranboo run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Based on their interactions on the Dream SMP, this does make sense. What? They just killed... Wilbursoot just killed his wife! Guys. Wilbursoot, Quackity, Vicstar, Callahan, and Nikki track down and kill Sally. Now that's a bruh moment right there. Wilbur just doesn't care about his loved ones. I'm guessing this is Wilbur after the point where he went insane, but before the point where he was killed by Filzer then, seen as the fact he killed Sally. Connor tries to sing himself to sleep. Captain Puffy loses sight of where she is. Orphan destroys Sapnap supplies while he is asleep. Tommy in it receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Jack and Purple tell stories about themselves to each other. J-Schlatt, Carl, Laserbeam and Alyssa sleep in shifts. Fundy starts a fire. Puns begs Filzer to kill him. He refuses, keeping Puns alive. Of course he keeps Puns alive, because Puns isn't Wilbur. Filzer will only kill Wilbur if he begs. Right. Punk sees a fire but stays hidden. Bad Boy Halo, George Not Found, and Mexican Dream sleep in shifts. Technoblade receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. I bet you that unknown sponsor was Hypixel, the owner of the Minecraft server, Hypixel. Eret is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. What, you want Connor Eats Pants to win, Dan? Okay. Ranboo fishes. Bad Boy Halo is pricked by thorns whilst picking berries. So, currently the top 3 picks are Connor Eats Pants, Mexican Dream, and Technoblade. Also, I messed with the bot so it doesn't time people out all the time when they use capitals now. So, otherwise you guys would have been timed out. Well, Dan wouldn't have been, but Amy would have. It's a good job I changed it. Bruh. So, those guys are all fine. They're all hunting for people. But then Fundy forces Purple to kill Callahan or George Not Found. But Purple doesn't want to kill anyone, so Fundy killed Purple instead. Right. Ghostbur poisons Tommy in its drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. So Ghostbur tried to kill Tommy in it, but inadvertently killed himself instead. Jack searches for firewood. Carl discovers a river. Tubbo camouflages himself in the bushes. Eret travels to higher ground. Punk questions his sanity. Mexican Dream scares Vicstar off. I can see that happening. Edward sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Ant Frost tries to sleep through the entire day. Captain Puffy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Connor tends to Jay Slat's wound. Uh-oh, Technoblade has received a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. It's a good job that Techno has improved at PvP. Yes, Ghostbur is dead now. Don't question how a ghost can die. Also, regular Wilbur outlived Ghostbur. Right. Nikki forces Sapnap to kill Orphan or Puns. He decides to kill Orphan. You see, that's how bad of a person Sapnap is. Sapnap is killing an Orphan. Also, hi Zodiac. I've got 2 admins on my stream. Also, Dan, you better not time people out. Because I don't want to have to run the command to untime people out. Phils attends to Wilbursut's wounds. That makes sense, considering their relationship in the canon. And Alyssa injures herself. Right. So 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sally, Purpled, Ghostbur, and Orphan. Captain Puffy kills Tommy in it with his own weapon, and Laserbeam falls into a pit of dice. 2 deaths right off the bat on night 2. Sapnap thinks about winning, bruh. Fundy lets Connor into his shelter. Technoblade and Rambo speak about the tributes still alive, based on what I've seen from Technoblade's streams. That is basically what they do in the Dream SMP anyway. Right. Vicstar passes out from exhaustion. Callahan and Puns tell stories about themselves to each other. Ponk, Nikki, Alyssa, George Not Found, and Edward sleep in shifts. Tubbo, Carl, Bad Boy Halo, and Ant Frost tell each other ghost stories. Quackity cries himself to sleep, so does Jay Schlatt. Mexican Dream and Philza tell L stories about themselves. Wilbursut dies of dysentery. Nice. Eric and Jack sleep in shifts. Bad Boy Halo practices his archery. George Not Found makes a wooden spear. Edward sets off an explosive killing Jay Schlatt, so Schlatt's dead. Ant Frost picks flowers. Puns chases Jack. Ranboo, Alyssa, Philza, and Punk raid Technoblade's camp whilst he's hunting not all of Technoblade's incredible gear that he got for sieging L'Manberg, and then they betrayed him. Of course, back when they did fight Manberg, Philza and Ranboo weren't on the server. Callahan searches for a water source. Well, I mean, Philza was on the server, but he wasn't on it properly until the end of it. Eric defeats Vicstar in a fight, but spares his life. That doesn't seem like something Eric would do, because he's a big traitor. Connor defeats Nikki in a fight, but spares her life. Carl overhears Quackity and Sapnap talking in the distance. Captain Puffy fishes. Mexican Dream collects fruit from a tree. I wonder if that's avocados that Mexican Dream is collecting. Fundy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Hi, Aaron. All 3 of my admins have now spoken on this... Well, mods, not admins. But yeah, all 3 of my mods have spoken on this stream now, which is pretty pog. Tubbo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Proceed. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Tommy in it. I'm sure Mexican Dream is eating well. Tommy in it. Laserbeam. Wilbursut and Schlatt. Right. Nikki ambushes George Not Found and kills him. Connor tries to treat his infection. Captain Puffy, he passes out from exhaustion. Ranboo screams for help. Punk, Callahan, Bad Boy Halo, and Edward tell ghost stories to lighten the mood. Ooh, now here comes Jack Manifold and Mexican Dream. So, I'm not putting KSI in because he wasn't like a big major character to the plot, Aaron. He was just temporarily there. Also, Dan, stop trying to draw people away from my stream. I need viewers, Dan. Right, but yes, up comes something between Jack Manifold and Mexican Dream. Let's hope that this isn't... Okay, good, they're just holding hands. Nobody's killed anyone yet. Well, when I say nobody's killed anyone, I mean nobody's killed Mexican Dream yet. Pun's convinced Sapnap to snuggle with him. Gross. Vicstar, Fundy, and Quackity sleep in shifts. Yes, wholesome Mexican Dream. Alyssa cries herself to sleep. Philza receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ant Frost receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Technoblade destroys Tubbo's supplies while he is asleep. That makes sense, very much so, because also they're in different time zones, so Technoblade would easily be able to do that. Carl tries to treat his infection, and Eric loses sight of where he is. Of course. Right. Captain Puffy tends to quack at his wounds. Alyssa receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Bad Boy Halo's pricked by thorns while picking berries. Techno... Yes, Dan. I'm not gonna get viewers for bad reasons by just trying to cheat, Dan. Trying to cheat viewers. I was considering it, but I didn't do it. Yes, Technoblade receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Mexican Dream thinks about home. I wonder what Mexico is like for Mexican Dream. Connor receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Carl questions his sanity. Eric, Tubbo, Puns and Philza hunt for other tributes. Vicstar discovers a river. Nikki is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Rambo and Sapnap hunt for other tributes. Jack searches for a water source. Callahan explores the arena. Aunt Frost and Ponk work together for the day. I know, but I don't like clickbaiting. Fundy falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Well, Fund is dead now. Edward camouflages himself in the bushes. Not really that great. 8 for an Enderman to hide in the bushes. Depends on how tall the bushes are, really. Right, so 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. George not found and Fundy. Proceed. This is certainly taking a lot longer than the one that I did before this. Eric, Carl, Callahan and Rambo tell ghost stories to lighten the mood. Tubbo forces Alyssa to kill Nikki or Jack. She decides to kill Nikki, so Nikki's dead. Philza and Captain Puffy talk about the tribute still alive. Right, if you want me to do that, I'm just going to do that now. Then, right. It's probably picking up, but whatever. Twitch. Right. You can now see my Twitch thing there. Yeah, right. But whatever. Twitch. Let's see, is it create a dashboard? I can't remember, I haven't done it for a while. Manage stream. Edit stream info. Control C. Right. Edit stream info. I'm gonna have to full screen this for a second to because for some reason my update button is right at the bottom of the thing, so I can't actually see it to click it right now. I can just put that back to normal size, and we go back to the thing. Right, so yes, as I said, Tubbo forces Alyssa to kill Nikki or Jack. She decides to kill Nikki. Philza and Captain Puffy talk about the tribute still alive. Quackity defeats Technoblade in a fight but spares his life. Shut up, Aaron. Right. Now then. Punk thinks about winning. Bad Boy Halo and Vicstar talk about the tribute still alive. Mexican Dream defeats Edward in a fight but spares his life. Sapnap lets Antfrost into his shelter. Connor questions his sanity. Surely that should be what Ranbu does. Ranbu should question his sanity. Puns cooks his food before putting his fire out. Right. Philza searches for a water source. Quackity practices his archery. Ranbu poisons Captain Puffy's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Just like... Ooh. Aaron, why did you tie... I'm out to Amy? Aaron, why did you time me for 10 seconds? Bruh. How'd you accidentally time someone out, Aaron? Bruh. Right, anyway. Ranbu made the same mistake as Ghostbur did when Ghostbur died, because Ghostbur tried to poison someone else and then drank the drink as well. Right. Punk makes a slingshot. Vicstar, Eric, Tubbo and Puns hunt for other tributes. Alyssa questions her sanity. Connor discovers a river. Callahan searches for a water source. Sapnap receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Technoblade and Jack work together for the day. Mexican Dream ambushes Bad Boy Halo and kills him. So Mexican Dream just got a kill. Pretty pog. Of course, the PogChamp emoji isn't on Twitch anymore on account of the fact of what the person who was the image for the emoji, did in America. Antfrost receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, Carl camouflages himself in the bushes, and Edward tries to spearfish with a trident. Weird mob to use a trident, but whatever. Right, so 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Nikki, Ranboo, and Bad Boy Halo. Puns and Antfrost run into each other in truce for the night. Eric, Mexican Dream, Sapnap, and Edward sleep in shifts. Callahan passes out from exhaustion. Jack and Vicstar talk about the tribute still alive. Punk climbs in tree to rest. Technoblade and Philza huddle for warmth. That does make sense. Carl begs Tubbo to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Carl, so Carl is dead. Connor tries to treat his infection. Captain Puffy is unable to start fire. And Quackity kills Alyssa. I swear, if Quackity wins again, because when I tested this out before, Quackity was the winner, and Quackity is still in it. Eric tends to Vicstar's wounds. Punk and Connor work together for the day. Mexican Dream receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jack collects fruit from a tree. Antfrost questions his sanity. Callahan... I just scrolled down and saw what happens, but Callahan questions his sanity. Tubbo receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Quackity puns Edward and Technoblade form a suicide pact, killing themselves. So the winner from my test round is dead, and the one that I wanted to win is dead because Technoblade died. That's so annoying. Right. Now I want Mexican Dream to win as well. Sapnap diverts Phil's attention and runs away. Captain Puffy also commits suicide. That's nice, innit? Right, 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. At least they're all finally dying because this is taking so long and this is the first round of 3. Carl, District 9, Alyssa, District 6, Quackity, Edward, Puns, Technoblade, and Captain Puffy. Proceed. Vicstar is awoken by nightmares. Connor is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Mexican Dream convinces Philza to snuggle with him. And Punk convinces Sapnap to snuggle with him. Tubbo kills Antfrost. Rip Antfrost. Eric eggs Callahan to kill him. And again, another person actually killing the person that wants to be dead. So, Callahan killed Eric. And Jack Manifold bled out. Right, Mexican Dream and Callahan work together to get more supplies. Connor shoots an arrow into Punk's head, so Punk is dead. Tubbo pushes Philza off a cliff during a knife fight, so that means Philza's gone as well. And Vicstar got a bundle of dry clothes. Cool, I've got a lot of viewers, nice. Sapnap decides not to go to the feast. Connor hunts for other tributes. Vicstar receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Sapnap stabs Callahan with the tree branch, so Callahan's dead. Tubbo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Mexican Dream sees smoke but decides not to investigate. Right, so another 6 cannon shots. Mexican Dream certainly is making it far. I'm down to 5 viewers now that you pointed that out, Dan. Thanks. Antfrost, Eric, Jack, Punk, Philza, and Callahan dead. Right. Yeah! They just teamed up and killed Mexican Dream, Amy. Mexican Dream is dead. That's a big rip moment. So Tubbo and Vicstar kill Mexican Dream. Connor tries to treat his infection, and Sapnap commits suicide. Which means the top 3 are Tubbo, Vicstar, and Connor. And of course Dan wants Connor to win. I want Tubbo to win now, despite the fact Tubbo was involved in the killing of Mexican Dream. Well, Dan, looks like you got your wish, because Tubbo falls in a frozen lake and drowns, and Vicstar dies from an infection. Meaning that, if we click proceed, Connor wins the first round. The person that Dan wanted to win has won the first round of 3, but seeing as this is a representation of the Dream SMP, it's whoever lives the longest. Whoever has the most lives left is the winner in mine. So I'm just gonna, once I get to the point where it shows the winners, I'm gonna copy the placements so that I have the first round's placements noted down. So then when I go to work out who has the most points, I can see who wins. Right, so I'll just Wait, did my bot actually at this time? Woo, it actually atted. Right, so I'll put those in the chat, the placements for round 1. Right, simulate again. Time for round 2. And I'm sticking with Technoblade until he dies, and then I'm going with Mexican. So Philza gets an empty backpack, Sally runs away, Ghostbuff finds a backpack that's not empty, Rambo runs away. Amy, I think you made the wrong decision. It just does not like Mexican Dream, Amy. Callahan sets up an explosive, killing H-Bomb, Carl, Jack, and Mexican Dream. That is a bruh moment right there. Right, Purple runs away. Carl gets a rope and a lighter. Ponk takes a handful of throwing knives. J-Slat grabs an empty backpack. Awesome Dude runs away. Tubbo gets a spear. Ant Frost runs away. Bad Boy Halo scares Wilbur Soot. Dream finds a canteen of water. Sapnop grabs a sword. Quackity runs away. George Not Found runs away. Skeppy runs away. Vicstar grabs a shovel. Neoju runs away. Alyssa kills Orphan for his supplies. Imagine killing an orphan. We don't have Girl Dream in this one. We don't have Dristadan. I chose which characters I wanted, and I picked the ones that are more key characters. Like Technoblade's villager who gives him cheap ender pearls, which is Orphan. Eric grabs a backpack and retreats. Technoblade gathers as much food as he can. Tommy Innit runs away. Connor grabs a backpack, not realising it's empty. Edward gets a lighter and some rope. Captain Puffy kills Laserbeam with a Molotov. Fundy runs away, and Puns falls into a frozen lake and drowns. That's already a lot of deaths right off the bat. Nikki goes hunting. What? No, I'm not Tommy Innit, Dan. Wilbur searches for firewood. Tommy Innit goes to higher ground. Rambo kills Bad Boy Halo because Bad Boy Halo wanted death. Ghostbear is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Punk explores the arena. Awesome Dude goes hunting. Sally defeats Sapnop in a fight but spares his life. Philza discovers a river. Alyssa, Skeppy, Captain Puffy, and Quackity raid Edward's camp while he is hunting. I bet they'll love that rope that Edward had. Right. And Connor, Carl, Dream, and Technoblade. That's the two. So Technoblade is clearly riding Carl. Then there's Dream there, and of course, and then just Connor eats pants as well, I guess. All going to raid Callahan, who also has a lot of power on the Dream SMP, so it makes sense for them to want to raid him. Tubbo searches for a water source. J-Slat makes a wooden spear. Victor Star practices archery. Purpled, Eric, Ant Frost, and Fundy hunt for other tributes. And George Not Found searches for firewood. So already 8 people of the 36 are dead. H-Bomb, Carl, Jack, Mexican Dream, Orphan, Laserbeam, Puns, and Bad Boy Halo. Tubbo cries himself to sleep. Ghostblur kills Captain Puffy with a sickle. Vicstar is unable to start a fire. Sapnap bleeds out due to untreated injury, so there goes Sapnap as well. Alyssa tries to sing herself to sleep. Sally stays awake all night. George Not Found dies from hypothermia. Wait, the Dream's teammates are really dying without him, so now Dream is the only one of the 3 on the Dream team left. Because the Dream team I made up of 3 characters, which was Sapnap, George, and Dream, of course, because they're the main ones of the Dream team. Right. Tommy Innit kills Skeppy. I'm not surprised he was unable to convince Tommy not to kill him because it's very easy to just want to kill Skeppy. Purple attempts to climb a tree but falls on Awesome Dude, killing them both. Punk receives fresh food from a sponsor. I bet that sponsor was Snip. Carl, Quackity, J-Slat, and Wilbur Soot form a suicide pact, killing themselves. So Quackity and J-Slat, who are on the same team, are both dead. Techno's horse Carl is dead, and Wilbur Soot is dead. Ant Frost thinks about home. Technoblade gets lost. Philza screams for help. Dream receives medical supplies. Oof. Edward, Rambo, and Fundy start fighting, but Rambo runs away as Edward kills Fundy. Probably. Not gonna lie. It's getting confusing already. Callahan climbs a tree to rest. Eric thinks about winning. Connor also climbs the tree to rest. And Nikki gets lost. Alyssa convinces Nikki to not kill her. Only to kill her instead. Right, so Alyssa has killed Nikki. Ant Frost kills Sally. Dream and Vixstar are hunting for other tributes. Ranboo injures himself. Technoblade kills Tubbo as he tries to run. Ah yes, just like right after the battle for L'Manberg, when Technoblade killed Tubbo on account of the fact of them trying to become president. Edward begs for Connor to kill him. Edward is then killed by Connor as Connor agrees. Tommy Innit discovers a cave. Yeah, Amy, I don't think anyone that you want to win will win. Basically, want someone to win say you want someone to win that you don't want to win. Say how Aaron wants Vixstar to win. You could say you want Vixstar to win and he'll die. Tommy Innit discovers a cave. Eric receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ghostbear hunts for other tributes. Punk tries to sleep through the entire day. Filzer explores the arena, and Callahan fishes. Right. That sure is ironic, Amy. Right, 15 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That's over half of the people left. Captain Puffy, Sapnap, George Not Found, Skeppy, Purpled, Awesome Dude, Carl, Quackity, J-Schlat, Wilbur Soot, Fundy, Nikki, Sally, Tubbo, and Edward. That sure is a lot of deaths. Right, and here comes another 2 deaths as Ghostbear sets off an explosive killing last time winner Connor and Ant Frost. Eric receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ranboo and Alyssa hold hands. Callahan dies from hunger. Punk and Tommy Innit huddle for warmth. Dream thinks about home. Vixstar questions his sanity. Technoblade quietly hums. And Filzer thinks about winning. So there's already so few people. Yes, Techno just manipulated Eric. Manipulated the manipulator. So Technoblade has killed Eric, very nice. Dream has killed Vixstar, so Vixstar's dead. You see what I said would happen? I told you this would happen. Punk stuffs a bundle of dry clothing. Ghostbear doesn't go to the feast. Alyssa dies from an infection. Ranboo decides not to go to the feast. Yes. What do you mean, Bath Omron? Maybe I should turn on blocking tons of capitals again on the bot. Aaron, do you even know what country Amy is from? So, yep, nobody else dies, though. Right. Ghostbear defeats Technoblade in a fight, but spares his life. Ranboo and Dream split up to search for resources. That's probably the dream in Ranboo's head. Control. No, Amy is not an American. Filzer diverts Tommy in its attention and runs away, and Punk goes hunting. So another 6 cannon shots. Right. Ghostbear convinces Tommy Innit to snuggle with him, even. I'm looking at what Ranboo does. Dream tries to treat his infection. God damn it, Ranboo! Ranboo taints Technoblade's food, killing him. So Technoblade's dead. Great, that's who I wanted to win. I want Ghostbear to win now. And Punk defeats Filzer in a fight, but spares his life. Punk discovers a cave. Ghostbear stalks Ranboo. Filzer searches for a water source. Dream receives a hatchet, and Tommy makes a wooden spear. So the only death that time was Technoblade. Bruh. I'm up to 8 viewers again, apparently. Tommy Innit cries himself to sleep. Filzer stays awake all night. I haven't gotten any more followers, though, but that's fine. Ghostbear fends Ranboo, Dream, and Punk away from his fire. Right, Ghostbear killed Dream! It's Ghostbear versus Tommy Innit, guys! Because Tommy Innit sets off an explosive killing Punk, Ranboo, and Filzer. Before I click proceed, everybody make their bets on who's gonna win in the chat, Ghostbear or Tommy Innit. Can't press proceed until it happens, and of course that's the issue with stream lag. This round went a lot quicker than the previous one. You want Tommy, Amy. What about... Okay, Zodiac wants Ghost Burr. I'm going to give people a few more seconds before I click proceed. Once that hits 15 seconds, I'm going to hit proceed. 13, 14, 15, proceed. Right, proceed. And Tommy in it severely slices Ghost Burr with a sword. Tommy won. Woo, Tommy in it won. So Tommy in it wins the second round. So far the winners have been Tommy in it and also what? Oh, Connor eats pants. Right. Let's get a highlight of those placements. So when I have to calculate it, I can calculate the points. Snip is messaging me. It's right. Let's put the next line up. And finally, the final simulation, and then I'll go to calculate them. Right. Proceed. So, already, Connor has ripped a mace out of Callahan's hands, but it doesn't say he killed him with it. George runs away. Carl runs away. Technoblade finds a bow and quiver. Vicstar stays at the cornucopia. J-Schlatt runs away. Alyssa's the first death this time as she steps on a landmine. H-Bomb stays at the cornucopia. Tubbo runs away. Laserbeam gets a handful of throwing. Imagine if this time Mexican Dream does win because of the fact that Amy's not cheering for him. Skeppy runs away. Antfrost runs away. Dream runs away. Sapnap receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Bad Boy Halo runs away. A Ghostper gets the first aid kit. Purpled kills Sally. Captain Puffy runs away. Orphan runs away. Jack runs away. Carl runs away. Edward grabs an empty backpack. Philza runs away. Nikki grabs a jar of fishing bait while Ponk gets fishing gear. Tommy in it throws a knife into Mexican Dream's chest. Well, Mexican Dream is already dead, so Mexican Dream can't win now. Fundy runs away. Awesome Dude runs away. Rambo kills Puns, so Puns is dead. Wilbur snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Either he can make a Molotov or he can have a very fun night on night one, get proper drunk and all that, and then get hungover for day one. Not day two, I think it counts as. Eric runs away and Quackity grabs a backpack. Yep, this time it wasn't your fault, Amy. Right. Connor chases Jack. Skeppy kills Nikki. Captain Puffy steals from Laserbeam. Rambo makes a slingshot. Tubbo kills Sapnap. Edward stabs Carl with a tree branch. Edward wants to be Technoblade's better pet. So much so that he's resorting to killing Technoblade's horse, which gets him tons of donations. Awesome Dude and Eric split up to search for resources. Hate-Bomb tries to sleep through the entire day. No. No. Why would you want to do that? Purple tends to Philza's wounds. Dream shoots a poisonous blow dart into Callahan's neck, slowly killing him, so there goes Callahan as well. Antfrost tries to spearfish with a trident. Technoblade searches for firewood. Vicstar receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. J-Schlatt searches for firewood. Quackity diverts Wilbursut's attention and runs away. Shh, don't question it. I think Wilbur will get plastered. Also, look. Or maybe he used the alcohol and the rag to divert Quackity's attention. Like, Quackity, have some alcohol! You know, and then Ghostber constructs a shack. George not found camouflages himself in the bushes so that people cannot find him. Orphan stalks Ponk. Imagine getting stalked by an orphan. Bad Boy Halo sprains his ankle while running away from Carl. Tommy in it camouflages himself in the bushes. Fundy questions his sanity. So Alyssa, Sally, Mexican Dream, Puns, Nikki, Sapnap, Carl, and Callahan are dead. Ponk begs for J-Schlatt to kill him. He refuses, keeping Ponk alive. Connor defeats Laserbeam in a fight, but spares his life. Vicstar receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Dream tends to his wounds. Of course, Vikkstar's unknown sponsor is Aaron. We all know that. Because Aaron wants Vikkstar to win. So, Bad Boy Halo tends to Phil's wounds. Tubbo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Antfrost, Skeppy and Orphan cheerfully sing songs together. Edward starts a fire. Wilbur lets Jack into his shelter. Captain Puffy overpowers Eric, killing him. And Technoblade blows up H-Bomb with a bomb. H-Bomb could not survive that bomb. Tommy Innit shoots an arrow at Quackity, but misses and kills George Not Found instead. You see, this was the alternate ending of the election where George Not Found actually turns up, where they actually would, well, of the debate where George Not Found actually turns up. Tommy tries to kill Quackity, but accidentally kills his running mate instead. I'm getting my own tongue twisted. Right, Awesome Dude receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ghostbur cooks his food. Fundy passes out. Carl cries himself to sleep. Rambo cooks his food. And Purple tries to sing himself to sleep. With the amount of speaking I've done, I'm getting in a tongue twister. Ghostbur poisons Jay Schlatt's drink. He drinks it and dies, so Jay Schlatt is dead. Hopefully Jay Schlatt won't start being partially controlling Ghostbur as they try and resurrect Ghostbur. Don't know if you've seen that part of the Dream SMP, but there have already been clips uploaded of it, so it's too late for that now. Technoblade travels to higher ground. Purple thinks about home. Philza discovers a cave. Tommy Innit is pricked by thorns. Orphan runs away from laser beam. Bad Boy Halo tends to Tubbo's wounds. Jack questions his sanity. Awesome Dude collects fruit. Fundy shoots a poisonous blow dart into Connor's neck, so Connor's dead. Punk travels to higher ground. Aunt Frost discovers a cave. Skeppy makes a wooden spear. Vikkstar collects fruit from a tree. Quackity receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Fundy searches for a water source. Rambo injures himself. Captain Puffy shoots an arrow at Wilbur Soot, but misses and kills Carl instead. The way that I keep up with the Dream SMP is when I see like random clips uploaded on YouTube, I watch those. Otherwise, I only watch Technoblade streams on it. Otherwise, I don't really keep up with it much. Like, a lot of things happen that I don't know about. Right, so Dream sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Dream is still alive, so Dream could win this as well. Orphan gets lost. Philza receives an explosive. Dream kills Laser Beam. Technoblade thinks about winning, and I hope that he does, and it makes sense that Technoblade would think about winning. Vikkstar thinks about winning as well. Tommy Innit sees a fire but stays hidden. Edward convinces Quackity to snuggle with him. I do not want to picture that scene, thank you very much. Ponk and Jack huddle for warmth. Wilbur, Soot, Tubbo and Fundy cheerfully sing songs together. Did they sing about L'Manberg, perchance? Captain Puffy goes to sleep. Bad Boy Halo starts a fire. Purple receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Rambo attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Ghostbur, Awesome Dude and Aunt Frost discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Skeppy is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Do you know, Dan, if people did !mark Discord, it should show the Discord link. I'll check if it does work. Yeah, you see. I set up Nightbot to do that. So you don't need to advertise it. Right, Edward chases Quackity. Rambo and Ponk split up to search for resources. Tubbo thinks about home. Vikkstar collects fruit. Dream is pricked by thorns. Ghostbur receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Awesome Dude practices his archery. Aunt Frost picks flowers. Tommy Innit discovers a cave. Captain Puffy receives an explosive. Purpled, Bad Boy Halo, Skeppy and Jack get into a fight. Purpled and Bad Boy Halo survive. So that means Bad Boy Halo just killed one of his teammates because he killed Skeppy. Technoblade steals from Orphan while he's not looking. Technoblade just stole from his own villager. To be fair, with the deals he gets when trading with Orphan, it might as well be called a steal. Fundy dies from hunger, so Fundy just starved to death, and Wilbur just overpowers Philza, killing him. That's the wrong way around. Wilbur shouldn't be killing Philza. Philza should be killing Wilbur. Right, so Laserbeam, Skeppy, Jack, Fundy, and Philza died that time. Right. Night 3, Ghostbur receives medical supplies. Quackity and Aunt Frost talk about the tribute still alive. Technoblade and Punk tell stories about themselves to each other. Tubbo loses sight of where he is. Wilbur tends to Edward's wounds. Vicstar receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Awesome Dude thinks about winning. Bad Boy Halo accidentally blew himself up. Purple thinks about winning. Tommy and It stays awake all night. Rambo, Orphan, and Dream sleep in shifts. And Captain Puffy passes out from exhaustion. Dream fishes. Technoblade explores the arena. Awesome Dude kills Ghostbur as Ghostbur was unable to convince him not to. Captain Puffy sprains her ankle while running away from Punk. Tommy and It makes a slingshot. Tubbo's just vibing, just not wanting to kill people currently, just by going around picking flowers. Orphan stalks Rambo. Imagine being stalked by a baby villager. Right, Purpled, Vicstar, and Quackity hunt for other tributes. Wilbursoot diverts Aunt Frost's attention and runs away, and Edwards receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. So that time, Bad Boy Halo and Ghostbur died. Right. Vicstar pushes Quackity off a cliff during a knife fight. Vicstar is still somehow alive, I guess. Punk and Dream sleep in shifts. Wilbursoot receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Technoblade convinces his roommate in his house, Edward, to snuggle with him. Tommy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Captain Puffy and Awesome Dude hold hands. Orphan Rambo, Purpled, and Aunt Frost track down and kill Tubbo. It's... Please don't bring a knife to a cliff fight, yeah. Right, so Tubbo's dead as well. Rambo receives food from an unknown sponsor. Aunt Frost receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor as well. Orphan tries to spear fish with a trident. Punk, Captain Puffy, Purpled, Vicstar, and Wilbursoot hunt for other tributes. And of course, since Technoblade and Edward were hanging out with each other anyway, they've decided to go and hunt for other tributes together. Dream tries to spearfish, Tommy and It receives medical supplies, and Awesome Dude gets a hatchet. So that time Quackity and Tubbo died. Right. Orphan starts a fire. I hope that doesn't cause any wildfires, Orphan, because only you can stop forest fires. Right. Purpled looks at the night sky. Tommy and It goes to sleep. Dream passes out. Awesome Dude, Edward, Aunt Frost, and Vicstar sleep in shifts. Technoblade and Wilbur sleep in shifts. Punk convinces Rambo to snuggle with him. Captain Puffy tries to treat her infection. Rambo makes a slingshot. Edward practices his archery. Captain Puffy travels to higher ground. Wilbursoot thinks about home. Dream poisons Tommy and It's drink. He drinks it and dies. That does seem like something that Dream would do to Tommy and It, not gonna lie. Aunt Frost tries to spearfish with a Technoblade runs away from Orphan. Technoblade does not like Orphan, apparently. Now, I don't know why. Orphan is his villager, and also Technoblade does seem to get a kick out of killing orphans, so... Vicstar receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Maybe Technoblade running away from Orphan is a plan to bait Orphan into a trap and then kill Orphan. Punk discovers a river, Purple collects fruit from a tree, and Awesome Dude discovers a cave. So that time only Tommy died. It's... Captain Puffy starts a fire. Vicstar sets up camp for a night, so Vicstar is still alive. Aunt Frost screams for help. Technoblade silently snaps Purple's neck, so Techno just got another kill. Dream tries to treat his infection. Edward thinks about home. Wilbursoot stays awake all night. Orphan receives medical supplies. Punk kills Ranboo. And Awesome Dude passes out. Right, Edward doesn't go to the feast. Aunt Frost doesn't go to the feast. There are 4 people here, so something's going to happen here. Oh, they just team up and split things between them. Dream's definitely going to kill all of them later, though. Because that's what Dream's like. Technoblade decides not to go to the feast, nor does Vicstar or Wilbur. So nobody died there. Awesome Dude commits suicide. Orphan tries to sleep through the entire day. Edward forces his roommate Technoblade to kill Wilbursoot or Punk. He refuses, so Edward kills him instead. No! Technoblade! Why would you do this? I want Punk to win now. Captain Puffy stalks Aunt Frost. Vicstar practices his archery. Dream dies of dysentery. What a stupid death for a PvPer. And speedrunner is just like, ah shit, I've got the shits. Guess I'll die. So 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Purpled, Ranbu, Orsamdu, Technoblade, and Dream. Vicstar stabs Wilbursut while his back is... How is Vicstar still alive? Why? Right, Edward fends Captain Puffy, Ponk, and Antfrost away from his fire, and Orphan quietly hums. Edward runs away from Vicstar. Honestly, I think it is the right choice to run away from Vicstar, seeing as the amount of people that Vicstar has outlived. Ponk shoots an arrow into Antfrost's head, and Captain Puffy stabs Orphan with a tree branch. So currently it's... So the last 4 are Edward, Vicstar, Ponk, and Captain Puffy. So those 3 are dead, and what's going to happen? Right, so Vicstar kills Captain Puffy. I swear if Vicstar wins. I fucking swear. Tracks down and kills Captain Puffy. Ponk is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. And Edward screams for help. Come on, Ponk, you must kill Vicstar. Ponk injures himself. Ah! Vicstar died to a landmine! Edward picks flowers, and Vicstar blows himself up after coming so far he's dead! Ah! Come on, Ponk! Oh, for fuck's sake! Ponk dies from hypothermia, which means the winner is Edward from District 12, the one that killed Technoblade. How dare he win? Right, so now I need to go and calculate the scores. I'm going to do scores like golf, where the smallest score is the winner. Right, so I need to copy the placements. So copy that. And put that right there. Now you get to see the boring part of me just calculating the results. Time to open In fact, I have a calculator next to me. I'm just gonna leave it on that, so you guys just get to stare at that for a bit whilst I calculate the results. Nick is messaging me, so I'm just sending him a hi response because I'm kind of streaming right now. Right. Hello, Nick. You asked to be moved.
Hi.
Of course, I'm streaming. I'm just calculating the results of who won now. Right.
What are you streaming?
Yes, I'm streaming. I sent the
What are you
out about
streaming?
the fact that I'm... Wait, Aaron, you didn't follow me! You just... It says Katana XY followed you. Can't believe you didn't follow me until now, Aaron. Not good enough, right. I'm gonna change this to share my Discord instead. So let me just do that quickly.
I'm confused on what you're streaming.
I was doing
I'm
the Hunger
confused.
Games simulator,
Okay.
the thing online, so yes. This is Nick, by
Okay.
the way. He's an American.
What?
Because the Americans are a very
American?
strange breed of people.
How am I an American?
By being born in America, but yes, so now people get to see the Discord being shared, whilst I
Aw.
calculate the points.
Well, I'm out.
So it's got golf
Have a
rules.
good day.
Okay, Nick. Nick is a very weird person. Right, so let's start with Connor. So 1 plus... This'll take a little while, so if anyone wants to say things in chat, go ahead. I don't know how well this ratio is fitting. I'm going to resize it though. Transform, stretch to screen. Amy is not an American. But yeah, so now if you guys want to say anything in stream chat, you can. So which character am I doing again? Right, I'm doing Connor. Connor eats pants. Let's see. So... where else? Connor end up? There is a quick one. Okay, so 1 plus 13 plus... Why would you do that, Aaron? Why would you unfollow then follow again? That is cringe. And in the last game, Connor came 24. So, Dan, don't type things in this chat whilst I'm doing things here. Whatever you say, Dan. Right, so Connor, using my scientific calculator, I can tell, got 38. This is golf rules, by the way. So Connor got 38. That means I can remove him from the lists now. So it's easier to keep track. This is gonna take a while, I do apologize. No. I could not use it, though. I don't have Excel set up. This was a last minute decision by me, so shush. I can decide things however I want. Okay, so right, remove that placement. But yes, this is all being added up live on stream so that people can confirm that it's not unfair. Right, and then in that round, came 24th. What? Well, Aaron, when it's a last minute decision, I can't do it straight away. Dan, we're not bringing up the old memes. Right, so next up, Vicstar, who came second. 2 plus in the first one. I'm losing track now, so that's that lineup. 2 plus... Also, I'm going to put... so I don't forget which person I'm doing. 2 plus 9 plus... Let's see, what did Vicstar get in? 3. Vicstar's definitely in the lead currently with 14. So now I can remove Vicstar from these lists. So then it's easier to keep track. So Vicstar's done. So 9th, edit. Remove Vicstar from that one. If anyone wants to just chat with chat, go ahead. And if chat wants me to pass comment on anything, go ahead. Right, so next up we're calculating Tubbo's points. So Tubbo is... To be fair, I think out of everyone, Vicstar has probably won. But it does mean as well there's a point where we only have to calculate up to now. So Tubbo. Let's see, so currently if they're not getting lower than 14, it's not good enough, so Tubbo isn't. This is just so I can keep track, so nope, no Tubbo. Let's see, Sapnap scores 4 plus... Wait. Yep, Sapnap's definitely not 1. And we already know that Mexican Dream hasn't, unfortunately, Amy. 6 plus... I swear. Everybody likes bread, Amy. What sort of person doesn't like bread? I swear, if Vicstar has actually won. So let's see, so Callahan, 6 plus... Nope, Callahan can't win. Edit. Remove Callahan. I seriously swear if Vicstar has won. So 7 plus 3. Okay, Philza, you have to have come in the top 3 for the... Ah, great. I really do not think that we can beat, because Filzer came 18th there, so that's another not beating. Right, Ponk is next. 8 plus, as long as it's below enough for the 8 plus 5 is 12. So if Ponk somehow came in the top 2, which wait, that's good. So it's for Ponk is second currently. I'm gonna add that on though, so that I can tell Snip about it. Yep. I will tell Snip about the fact that Ponk came second though, which is pretty pog. If only Ponk had won that one. Right, so next up is Jack Manifold. 9 plus. Yep, nope. Eret is next. 10. Not gonna be enough. Antfrost is next, so currently the score to beat is 14. So if we get to number 12, so Antfrost is 11. Yep, looks like that Vikkstar won. Yep, so Vikkstar won. I hope that everybody enjoyed the stream. I am going to end it here, and I hope that everybody has a good day / rest of day / evening / night / whatever time it is. Goodbye.